Hey guys, this is D-Flash and I got a new video for you. This time around we're going to take a look at my new release, This Is Underground, which was just released on Deeplife Records. It's available for download on Beatport, iTunes, TrackSource, and anywhere where you can download music pretty much. So first let's take a listen to it, and then I'm going to show you how I got the bass line for it. Alright, so that's the beginning of the track, and we'll dive more into it over the next coming videos. But this week, like I said, I want to take a look at the bass line and how it came together. So what we started out with was, I was in Machine, and this is how I normally work, is I just kind of start building something in Machine and come up with a couple loops and then bring them into Ableton. So you can see I started with the Flubber kit, which comes with dark pressure. And then I started with the feather kern, which is a part of the transistor punch. It's a preset in the transistor punch, and just kind of came up with a little loop. So it's a short loop and just kind of the same thing. So what I did was I exported it and brought it into Ableton in separate tracks. And then I brought the bass line in and kind of played with that a little bit. So what you can see here is the chopped up bass line. And what I did was I exported it twice. I've got the high end part, the part that you just heard. And then I got the low end part. And what you can see I did is I just chopped it up. So what I did was I pulled just parts of it that I liked, and then started messing around with the start position of the loop, and just kind of came up with piecing together a new bass line, working with the WAV files that I exported. And what I found was that if I reversed part of it, you'd come up with kind of a cool answer, call and response type of feel that kind of grooved well with the drums. So if we play them together, you can hear how the low end and the high end work together to give you a full sound. And what you hear is you can hear some of the tail from the reverb that was on the original loop. See right there. And I left that on there to kind of give it a different type of feel, so that it just wasn't just a straight up reverb, but you actually had some artifacts from the original wave. And then when you have it with the bass, you can hear, or with the drums, you can hear how they work together. And with each individual one, I just kind of processed them separately. So I added a little boost on the low end, and then on the high version I just left it as is and put compression on both of them. And then on the whole group I put an auto filter to just filter out the highs from the bass line, and a compressor over the whole thing with a side chain on the kick, so that it gets that pumping sound. So you can hear how it kind of plays with the kick there. And then what I did was I put an effect rack with 2 chains. And what I did was I separated out the frequencies. So the low end, I put a multi-band dynamics and soloed just the lows on the 1 chain. So what you can hear is, if we solo that, it's just everything below 120. And then I put a utility on it and brought the stereo width all the way down. What that does is, it, before, some of those lows were still had stereo effects on them from the reverb and some other things that were in the original sound. And what we want to do is we want to solidify everything in the center that's below around 120 hertz, so that everything in the low end is coming out of the subs, and it's coming out punching. And you want to get that, you put it in mono. And then everything above that, I had a utility on there to kind of widen it, but I found that wasn't needed, so I just left it as is. And what we did was we turned off the highs, so that you're just getting 1 band here of everything above 120 hertz, and then soloed it. So that's how we got started with the bass line. What we'll do is, within the next couple videos, we'll also take a look at some of the other sounds. There's a pretty fun lead that we put in here, and I'll take you to the bulk of the track so you can hear what it sounds like. So I hope you found the video useful. If you have any tips or questions, feel free to leave them in the comments. Make sure you subscribe so that you get to check out the rest of the videos that I post. And I'll keep making the videos and post them up when they're available. Thanks for checking out the video, and look forward to seeing your comments. Thanks.